take that as a doer. So it is called na'ib fa'il, the doer that it takes place of the doer. Somebody actually split the moon, but that whoever did the splitting of the moon, it's not clear in here. It's disappeared. So then, but it is still an action that needs a doer. So instead of the real doer, we take we put somebody in his place. For example, since you asked.
By the way, Qamar is the person's name, but you cannot read because this has alif lam in it.
Look. This is going to be the only example about this, and we move forward, inshallah. What is this? Khalaqal in. I'm going to leave this. And this is khalaqa. Khuliqa. Insan, right? Both in the Quran. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان. I'm not going to say من علق. وخلق الإنسان عجولا. That insan created ajul.
Struggle.
Like ajul, hurry, right? He always wants what's in front of him rather than. So, brother, what is min khalaqa?
He created.
He created. Do we know the doer?
Khalaqa.
Because it's khalaqa, we know.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's an ayah, we know the only creator is Allah. Even though we don't see it here, we know that.
What is the meaning of khalaqa?
Created.
Khalaqa means created.
Created, like Allah created you and I. Allah created the world. Allah created the heavens.
He created.
Khalaqa means he created or created.
So the creation cannot be done by itself, right? Somebody must do it. So there is no action that came by itself.
Yeah.
So there is always a doer. So the doer of this creation is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق. So Allah, even though it's not in the ayah, right, but we know, right, we don't always. All right, when you say in English, I ate the food and the apple, I don't say I ate the food, I ate the apple, I don't say all of it. So here, brother, we assume that Allah is there. So what is this now? Allah did create what?
Insan.
And this is how it is in the Quran. Khuliqa is, it is been created. It's been created. So here, Allah created. Khuliqa is, it has been created. What is being created?
Is or has been?
What has been created? Thank you.
Insan.
Okay? Insan. So you assume that Allah created insan, right? That's the one. But we don't see Allah, and this is in a different way. Look, it's not khalaqa anymore. Khalaqa is He created. Here, khuliqa is it has been created. So what happens is this falls, and the insan stays, and the khuliqa al-insan. So insan is created. This takes off the place of the doer. He is not the doer. So when we say insan has been created, are we saying that insan did the creation? No. But the vowel changes to, this is what happened. خَلَقَ اللَّهُ الْإِنسَانَ. So Allah created the insan. What is being created? Insan is being created. So khuliqal insanu. Both from Quran. When shaqqa al-qamar, brother, it's the same way. So somebody did the splitting, and so the qamar is splitted. So the doer disappeared, and the qamar took the place of the vowel.
So, can we say that what in shaqqa here is something that has happened before?
It exactly like the in shaqqa is the moon has been split.
Has been.
Has been split.
Okay. So if it's a past tense, and you can make the object what has the one with fatha, with dhamma, rather than fatha on the object.
Yes, and there are ways to do it. So the one shakka form. So it's actually shak. Let's say Allah shakka al-qamar. Allah split up the moon. Shakka Allahu al-qamara. Shakka Allahu al-qamara. Allah made shak. Allah split the moon. So the question. So you want to say this? The moon is splitted. What do you say? In shakka al-qamar. So خلق الله الإنسان. Allah created the mankind. The mankind is created. خلق الإنسان. So in this way you don't need to say all this.
So in
أكل زيد تفاحا. Zayd ate an apple. Apple is eaten. أكلت تفاح. So you don't need the Zayd anymore.
So it's essentially the passive form of
They.
the first one is the active
Yeah,
voice and
passive form.
second
So
is the
in
passive.
Shakka al-Qamar, my brother, is the passive form of this splitting the moon. Okay?
complicated.
Just be patient with yourself, brother. Everything come along. Don't even worry about it. So all this is about, we're talking about the vowel of Dhamma, the nominative case. Okay, brother? And how much did we say so far? How many examples did we give? So we said either the doer, each time the doer is Dhamma, right? The nominative case. Or we said if you start a sentence with a noun, it must be yes. And what do I mean by when you start a case? When you start a sentence? Very, very simple. Allah is Allah. Khaliq means creator. Tell me, do you see anything before it? No, that means you start with this. So what is the vowel of lafzatul jalal? Lafzatul Dam. So now use Allahu, Allah. Allah is what?
كل شيء.
Khaliqu kulli shay, the creator of everything. So now you know what I mean when you start? When you start something, you start with Dam. So if somebody says, no, it's Kesra, I would say, what makes it Kesra? If somebody says, Allah, no, what makes it Dhamma? If somebody says, why is it Dhamma? I would say, because it's the beginning. All right, brother?
But you said
This
kulli.
Kulli, the possessor and the possessed, the creator of everything. You remember that we talked, yes. Do you remember we talked about the possessed and possessor? Like Rasulullah.
There's كل شيء.
Shay'in. Khaliqu kulli shay'in. There is continuous mudaf. There's two mudaf there. Two mudaf and two mudafun ilayh. So khaliqu is mudaf. Kulli is mudafun ilayh. Kulli at the same time is mudaf and shay'in is mudafun ilayh. So mudaf and mudafun ilayh. One word can be this and at the same time mudafun ilayh. That's why you don't see any alif lam in there. خالق كل شيء, not خالق كل شيء. Do you remember the possessor and the possessed that we talked about? It's giving the ownership to something. We gave the example, Muhammadun Rasulullahi. Muhammad. Why did I start with Muhammadun? Because it's the starting. So if somebody says Muhammadan Rasulullah, we say no, what makes it? So my point here is this, Rasulullahi, the messenger of Allah, right? Rasulullah Muhammad. You will see Rasul, is it noun?
No.
Yes. Allah, is it noun? Yes. Two nouns side by side. I want to make the possessor and the possessed. I want to say that, I want to say the messenger of Allah. Okay? So Muhammadun, so this is Dhamma. And I say if there is no Alif Lam, we should always assume that it must be the Tanween. Let's do it first. So, must be Muhammadun Rasulun. So, but because it is Mudaf, we take off this. Mudaf can never be with Tanween. So, who is the messenger? He is the messenger of Allah. And there's another example here. Narullahi. Narullahi. All of it same form, brother. Nar is the fire, hellfire, or fire of Allah, fire. So, fire and Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala owns the fire. What do we say? The fire of Allah. There is also another one. Ashabul Quburi. If you look at page 36, Ashabul Quburi. There are some Arabic examples there. Ashabul. So there is Ashabun, and then he put plus, he said Qubur. So if you want to put in possessive and possessor case, so you want to make the Ashab and the Qubur, you want to say that it is the people of the grave. The people of the grave. So you want to say Ashabul Quburi. Ashab means the people or the friends, but here let's call it as it says here, the people of the grave. So what is it, brother? It's always this. So the first one, whatever it is, it could be changed, okay? It could be Rasulu or Rasuli or Rasula, but the second one is always Kasra. Okay, brother?
Do you call it a jar?
Jar. Harful, okay, jar.
Yeah.
Everybody clear with jar? Jar. Jar, Kasra is the same thing. So, when it comes to nominative case, we learn two. If you start the sentence with it, it's always marfu', it's always dhamma. Or when it's the doer, it's always dhamma. So what about fatha? In here, there is not many examples, okay, but we covered some of it. So when we said, Nasara Zaydun Amran, Zayd helped Amr. Amr is the person. Zayd helped Amr. Who is the helper? Who is the doer? Zayd. So Zayd is, what is the vowel on Zayd? What is the okay, Dhamma. So who's been helped? Amr. What is Amr? Is Fatha. So one of it is the subject and object. So subject is the doer, is always marfu'. The object, which is called maf'ul, object, is always fatha. Maf'ul. Is that clear, brother? So remember the subject and the object. Subject is the doer. So who did this action is always the nominative case, the jar, the dhamma, and the object whatever the action has been done to is maftur. Example, Nasara Zaydun Amran. I will give you quick 6 words. I didn't see it here, but please write it down. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. Inna, so it's inna and anna. Ka'anna, lakinna, how many so far? Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, 4. 5th, later, 6, la'alla. If you see a noun after these words, it is always fatha.
So fatha is nasab.
Nasab, yes. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. Let me give you one example and we move forward. Now we talked about the nominated case. Now we're talking about the, what is the name of it? Accusative case. Accusative case. Nasab. Yes, brother.
Oh, why we wrote this 6? What does that mean?
What are they called?
When you see these 6 letters in the Quran, and you will see some nouns comes after that, then what they do is they make fatha and they make dhamma. But here we care about the fatha, the nasb. Say, after these letters, there is, the noun becomes nasb. For example,
After this 6, there should be fatha or dhamma, but we are talking about sometimes it may be kisra, right?
no,
Which
we talk never about kasra.
Okay.
It's either fatha or dhamma. But these are the ones that who makes fatha. Let me give you an example of that. Inna. Inna means
indeed.
indeed, sure, verily. Let me give you an example, little explanation. So inna, or these 6 words that you have here called inna wa akhawatuha, inna and its brothers. This is very known in Arabic, inna and its brothers. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, layta, la'alla. What do? They, if you see them in front of any noun, they will change the case endings, the vowels, at the end of 2 words. The first, they turn it to fatha, and the second, they turn it to dhamma. We care about this part. Indeed, Allah. Is the meaning complete yet? Indeed, Allah what? Like you're looking for an answer, right? Must be something. Indeed, Allah is Alimun. That He is all-knowing. So, who did do all this? Like, why is it Allah and not Inna Allahu? Because Inna. Why is this Alimun? Because this is the answer to the like question that comes to mind.